Marcus was making his way home from school, his backpack bouncing with each step. The sun was bright and warm, casting long shadows on the bustling streets of downtown Atlanta. His eyes were on to a sleek black car parked awkwardly on the curb, a flat tire clearly visible. Curiosity piqued. Marcus approached, noticing a man in a crisp suit pacing nervously beside it. Mr. Thompson, a tall man with a sharp boot and an air of authority, was the owner of the car. He seemed out of place amidst the cacophony of the city, a figure of wealth and success suddenly grounded by a simple flat tire. Mr. Thompson glanced at Marcus with a mixture of surprise and relief as the boy approached.
Do you need some help with that?
Marcus asked, nodding towards the tire.
I could use some, actually. My assistant usually handles these things, but today seems to be an exception.
Mr. Thompson admitted with a hint of embarrassment. Marcus set his backpack down and rolled up his sleeves. Together, they worked on changing the tire, Mr. Thompson following the boy's confident instructions. As they labored, their conversation flowed naturally, bridging the gap between their worlds.
You're pretty good at this.
Mr. Thompson said with genuine admiration.
My uncle taught me. He says it's important to know how to solve problems yourself.
Marcus replied with a proud smile. As the new tire was secured in place, Mr. Thompson leaned against the car, looking at Marcus thoughtfully.
You know, I spend so much time managing my business. I forget about the simple things.
He mused.
Sometimes it's the simple things that teach us the most.
Marcus replied, echoing wisdom beyond his years. With the job done, Mr. Thompson reached into his pocket and pulled out a small, elegant business card.
Thank you, Marcus. If you ever need anything, don't hesitate to reach out,
He said, handing it to the boy.
Thanks, I'll keep that in mind.
Marcus replied, pocketing the card with a grin. As Mr. Thompson drove away with a wave, Marcus watched the car disappear down the street. He felt a sense of pride in not just helping with the tire, but in the connection they had formed, however brief.
I guess you never know who you'll meet or what you'll learn.
He whispered to himself, shouldering his backpack and continuing his journey home, the sun setting gently behind him.